Okay. Welcome to another Rufus Reacts. Today we're going to be reacting to Pokemon FireRed, Episode 3. We're currently in the Viridian Forest. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm doing all my grinding off camera, but the important story stuff, or rather anything to do with the story, is being played on screen. So, well, so most of this episode is probably going to be a lot of fighting, and fighting different trainers. Of course, they're going to be pretty easy because they're all bug Pokemon, and we have a pretty good little team going on here. I'm going to send out Rufus. I need to switch Rufus off of primary because we want to try to keep a consistent leveling. Except our main Pokemon, we want him to stay at least about a level above everyone else. So we'll probably get around to leveling him up pretty soon. When I fight Brock, I'm going to make sure we're at about 9th level. If everyone's 9th level, I'll be happy. And if not, I will grind them up to 9th level. Low kick's not going to do much, so we're going to scratch with Rufus. Low kick it's a really nice move, and it deals damage proportional to the size of the Pokemon you're attacking. So against bug Pokemon, it's actually not very effective, just because they're so small. They don't have a lot of weight to knock over. So I'm limited to his weaker move, which is Scratch. That being said, I can still take him out pretty handily. He only lost 3 hit points that entire fight. Rufus gained 39 XP. Rufus gained 39 XP. Yes. We will not change Pokemon out for your Caterpie. This level 8 Caterpie should give me a nice boost on XP for a fairly easy fight. This is the nice thing about the Viridian Forest is there isn't a whole lot of difficulty for a good XP game. Don't start getting to really difficult fights until we get to Brock, and that'll probably end up being next week, just due to how slow I have to, or rather, the limited amount of time I have in order to do the videos. That being said, I saved 3 hours worth of video by doing the grinding off screen, so it's going to go a little bit faster than you might think. And I think I'm only going to do 2 videos per walking at most. So, random encounter. I don't really need a Metapod, especially one I found in the wild rather than trained up to be a Metapod. I think I mentioned this last time, but Metapods and Kakunas, if you find them in the wild, they don't start with any attack moves. So the better way, if you want to do anything with a bug Pokemon, is to catch the base form and level it up into a Metapod or Kakuna, because it will have tackle, and therefore it can level itself up. Which actually I have a Kakuna right now, and I'll probably end up using... I forgot to switch out Rufus Reacts. I'll do that right after this fight. We'll go ahead and use our Kakuna. Well, this is going to be a painfully slow fight. Yeah, of course he did. We'll switch back to Rufus Reacts because I know he can take him out in one hit or two. And I'll get the same amount of XP either way, so this doesn't affect me all that much. Just looks like I'm wasting your time. I am giving my Kakuna XP. I just don't want it to take forever. The reason Pikachu, or Rufus Reacts, is effective against the Metapods and other things, even though they're using hardening, is because his attack, Thundershock, is against the special defense, which the Metapods do not raise. The Metapods are raising their standard defense, which only affects standard attacks. So Thundershock cuts right through the harden, which is nice, especially when you have an opponent like that. Yes. Alright. So Caterpie is going to be able to be taken down fairly fast by Rufus, mainly because the Caterpie is not going to be using Harden, which means that the tackle is going to be effective. There, Poison Sting. Not very effective, as you can see, but tackle's not too effective against me either. But I'm going to win out in the end because I'm using Poison Sting. So eventually I'm going to poison him, and his tackle will not give me a condition. And the poison's going to deal damage every turn. Also, he has left actually dealing damage, but he's not affecting his attack, or my attack, or my defense, or his defense. So, there's actually little benefit to using String Shot, because he's already going faster than me. String Shot lowers your agility. He did a critical hit, but that's fine. But String Shot lowers the speed, which only affects who moves and when. I may end up not poisoning him at all. Well. I'm still gonna win. The things we do to get levels in Pokemon. Alright, yes, the critical hit. Otherwise, that would have been another turn before he died. 79 XP. That's good. Let's use Metapod. No, we won't change Pokemon, because I want to give him the XP Because once I get him to level 10, he'll become a lot more useful. He'll get Twin Needle and become a Beedrill, which they're not the best Pokemon, but they're better than a Kakuna. So I'm going to try to level him and Rufus up. Or Rufus Jr. And 1 Ember, or maybe 2 Embers, should take care of you. Let's see. That's 1. Cool. It's been a while since I've pulled Rufus Jr. out. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and switch. No, simply to please my OCD, I'm going to do that. Alright. Random fight. It's a Pikachu. But not really interested in fighting you. Alright. We're gonna get out of the woods. We're gonna call it an episode. So we got 1 trainer left to fight. And I'll stop after we get to the oh wait, what am I doing? Pokemon. I'll level these 2 up. Mainly I'm interested in Rufus because he's going to be fairly helpful against Brock, in that he's not weak against ground attacks. In fact, he's pretty resistant to them. Or at least he's not weak to them, which a lot of my Pokemon can be decently affected by ground types. If I have too much trouble with Brock, I'll end up switching out Rufchu for 1 episode and grinding up a different Pokemon to replace him, so that I actually have 5 or 6 effective Pokemon. Because the way my team's set up right now, I actually only have 5 Pokemon that can do anything against Brock. Rufchu's attacks will be completely negated by Brock's rock types. Oops, I should have used a scratch. It would have been a little bit of a faster attack and not used up my Ember stuff. Alright, so we leveled up Rufus to level 9. And we almost leveled up Rufus Jr. So we're going to go ahead, and since Rufus is now level 9, Rufus is the one who needs leveled up. We're going to get out of these woods. Ooh, I have a poison Pokemon, which that is what it's telling me. He's taking damage, and we need to get to a Poke Center. Yes, we would. Okay. Alright, well, thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope my talking about how the world of Pokemon works isn't too distracting in the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to get even more Rufus reactions. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you later.